urban creative. Be brave, be kind, create. Shouts Temps on my brother. Love. Movements. We got Galaxy on the one blend. Something different on this. Had to go in. Not for the MC haters, but we don't care. Right. My dreams are forged from fallen skies. Split dimensions refract the light. It's infinite, no end of time. The prism divides and warps the lines. Locked vision in my eye. My soul glistens a crimson shine. Hold the mic as I read, to find a way to rhyme. I'm hop skipping the borderlines. Sound running as cold as ice. Turn the vice, crack the keys, break it down till it liquefies our design. High-tech the Optimus Prime with enough artillery to last the night. Stand firm with fortify, set the bait, toe the line, wait for a bite. Never hesitate, don't think twice. It's a game of chance, so roll the dice, manifested faith. One mission, meditative state to the silence. I listen, see things from the inside. Blessings that were given, fruits of the earth with kaleidoscope vision. Open the eyes so the darkness subsides. A glimmer of hope, like the twinkle of starlight. Spent my life in search for the meaning of life. Feet firmly grounded but longing for the skies. Self-reflection leads to enlightenment. My biggest fear is myself, it's frightening. Unpredictable like a strike of lightning. There's answers in the energy, just got to find them. It's not complex, the concave turn convex. Then the perspective, ikigai mindset. Simple pleasures should be closely kept. If in doubt, second guess, reflect my silhouette. I'm a deep thinker, always have been. Lost in thought, for me it ain't a good thing. I feel like life is balanced on a matchstick. One that's brittle and broken, waiting to be lit. I could gaze for hours into the sunset. Contemplating conspiracies, wonder what's next. It's evident the world needs a reset. Like when the orange glow fades into darkness. Going through the motion, self-destruction. Stuck inside my head, I'm locked in a dungeon. When bad luck bites, it's hard to roll with the punches. I write to stitch scars if I didn't, maybe sunken. I feel like the pain helps me connect, but it's a blade with two sides and one bitter end. Never ending guilt, I feel levels I transcend in these moments. I'm thankful for my family and friends, cause I fear what I can't see, scared of the dark. Hide from solutions, don't know the path. Candid intent, rap from the heart. Treasure the detail, writing lost art. Moody essence, stuck in a storm. An earth cycle, creation reborn. Two minds signed, directionally torn. Too much limelight, vocationally scorned. Underdog with nothing to lose. Arse on a line or head in a noose. Blink of an eye, vision on loop. Content with the lies, plagued with the truth. Poetic justice, tip of tongue taste. Audible elements, sorcery laced. Self-discovery or lost without trace. Complete chance, destined fate. I live for the moment, it's in my very being. Don't look forward or back. My vision all seeing an impression. This picture to unchain as it looks a mess, but delve deeper. You'll see there's method to the madness. It's complex. There's levels to the text. Take the escalator one up and join me on the next. The view's better from up here, but there's vertigo fear. If you're worried about the fall, it means intentions are sincere. Nothing gained without risk. Step outside your comfort zone. Learn more about yourself when we're faced with the unknown. We're our own worst critics. Negativity is prone. Inner strength is there. Navigate the stepping stones. Map out the future path. Mentally envisage. Honor your perception is perfectly vivid. Tell yourself it's probable. Push to the edge of limits. Anything is possible. Channel your inner spirits, cause these times are testing. My mind is never rested. Life in the fast lane, that speed is distressing. Expectations got me stressing. My freedom's been arrested. Paranoid thoughts manifested with repression. No way out, or at least it seems if only real life was pictured as it is in my dreams. That's the very means to this downfall. My reason to exist blocking me like a brick wall. So past the bulldozer before it's game over. My thoughts colder, got demons watching on my shoulder. Hope that someone's watching over. We all need protecting light on subdued lonely nights of internal fight. staring at the stars, simply wondering why does this all exist? Blurry is my script, instinct split, forever the hypocrite. I find solace knowing I'm not alone in this suffering. Visualize the future come together, we're not killing time. Living for the moment, we can say that we tried. Breathe the very essence, positive the vibe. Weighed up the options, then picked a side. Dealing with the bullshit, we acclimatize. A hope and unity will be evil's demise. Anarchy the motive, hence we demonize. Exposure leads to truth, nowhere to hide. So pay respect to something that never left. A substance personified in the wave's depth. Nothing nullified the captivating sense. It went through your core, grabbed your heart with forceps, stole it, made the run for it, gone into the distance, beckoned the call, you followed in an instant. A stimulus therapeutic against the system, counteracts the malignant, pure wisdom. So let chase, meander through the dirt, lost in the adventure, my mind grew berserk. Discovered things you never knew, saw yourself at your worst. Now I believe I will travel to the ends of the earth, that's life. I made this bed for a long time, lived and breathed this for 20 years to the day I die. Millions of lines scribed in sleepless nights, fourth dimensional Obi, the rogue Jedi. Fourth dimensional Obi, the rogue Jedi. Yeah, yeah. Woo! Urban creative. Big up all the creatives in these hard times. Shouts Tempter once again. Peace and love to all of you. Thanks for listening. Easy people, it's Visionobi representing for Urban Creative. Shouts to Tempter each and every time. Hope you lot enjoyed the little laying down that you should have seen just before this little interview that we're going to conduct now. Mike Tempter sent me over some questions, so I'm just going to roll through them pretty quickly, keep them punchy, just give you a little bit more insight about me, my journey, and whatever he's decided to ask. So yeah, when did I start as an MC? So I started writing when I was about, I think, 11 years old. Started experimenting with it, but really like and truly sort of garage and drum and bass stuff from like 13, 14 years old. So like a long time now, man, over 20 years writing, and you know, 25 years pretty much listening to drum and bass. So I was blessed to hear it early on, totally encapsulated, loved rap. That was it really. From then on I was like, right, I want to be a writer, and yeah, MC was the way forward. So where did the name Visionobi come from? I had a few shit names when I was a bit younger. I had Fury and Furious, I think. I was quite an angry teenager, and yeah, I just decided I wanted a little rebrand when I was about, I think about 18, I reckon 18, 19, and I wanted to call myself Vision because I feel like I visualise my lyrics, and I always thought I had a particular vision of the world, or the idealistic world that I wanted to envision. And there was another guy called DJ Vision, and I was like, nah, allow that. I want my own name, like outright. It was very important to me to create my own identity that was unique. So I was always obsessed with the Jedi concept, and that's where the Obi came from, and I sort of just merged them together, and I was like, that kind of works. And that was it really, you know, using the Force, I suppose, which is my bars, to convey my vision. That's kind of how I see my name. So yeah, that's it. How did I get my first break on stage? It was like local in Hitchin. I was grew up in Winter Garden City. I was the second MC to Focus, actually. Me and him have a giggle about that one because we didn't know each other then. But that was like really early mates sort of event. Realistically, I think the Southampton thing was when I got most of my breaks through Raygun Youth, shouts Joe Raygun, and moving through with like Gera from Gera and Stone, now Guest, and our little crew there. That was kind of where I'd seen the first real breakthrough to actually being like, okay, I can make this happen as an artist and actually do this for a living. Really side job, but you know, it's how it is in music, unfortunately. Notable achievements in drum and bass. The fact I'm still here would be my answer to that, just because I don't know, man, it takes a long time. Like, I still see myself as a relative like newcomer compared to most of my peers. I know I'm not, but I think also talking to them, you know, they see me as the young guy that's come through, and it's like I feel old. It's so confusing in drum and bass, but it takes so long, man. I think building that foundation is so important in order to build upon, and really that would be the one thing that I'd mention over anything. It's just the fact that I stuck it out, stuck to my guns, did me, and yeah, still here. Feel very blessed to be. So thank you to everyone who's helped me on my journey to, well, and now probably regretting it. But yeah, big love. A mixed. You might have seen me on a few streams recently, but yeah, been sort of getting back into that. I've always mixed. That was the thing that I started doing, really. Not before writing, before actually, you know, was like, I want to be an MC in our little crew. I was mixing first. So I'd say that other stuff creatively, I don't know, man. I don't really think that writing is my creative thing. Like, that's kind of it. Where do you get your inspiration to write lyrics? So I kind of draw from my personal experiences, if I'm honest, and what I see around me. A lot of it's deep, dark, miserable, because that's kind of how the world makes me feel at times. Other times it's, you know, fun, elated, bit more rare, but yeah, man, it's just literally what I'm going through and life experience. I just like to write about life, and I suppose it's potentially maybe a bit egotistical because it's mostly about my life, but you know, that's the one I'm living and the one I know the best. So I just feel like, yeah, just venting my struggles and hoping that people can relate to them. That's my vibe. Tell us a bit about your writing process when writing a tune, new lyrics for the stage. So really, to be honest, I don't have much of a process. I mix and match. Like, I used to start a lot of brainstorms, and I'd pick a subject and I'd maneuver around it, write loads of words down and get deeply involved, and it'd end up being a, you know, very finished, polished product. Now I tend to just literally just start writing something and just see where it takes me. Might have a few words that I keep at the bottom of the page. Google Drive helped kind of evolve it a little bit. I do occasionally still write on a pen and pad because I kind of miss it. But yeah, man, it's honestly, people are like, I talked about like teaching this stuff, and I just wouldn't even know how to go about it. I'm very scatty. I just do whatever feels right for that moment. If a tune comes to me with a name, it's got a concept that I'm like, oh, that's cool, I can roll with that, then I'll roll with it. If it hasn't and I need to dig one myself, I'll pick a concept myself and then, you know, read around it. You know, I get on all sorts. I Wikipedia stuff. Thesaurus I'm mad into. Like, yeah, man, just, I don't know, it's all just whatever I'm feeling at the moment and however I can produce the best product, and, you know, dig deepest into the subject that I want to talk about. Not really, to be honest. I at first it was tough, because not creatively, it was just tough generally, because I lost the summer I'd been sort of working 20 years towards, and I had that summer booked in with festivals, and it was gutting to watch that go and all get sort of pushed the next year, and some of it might even happen, who knows. But like, it hit me, but I was like, right, I can't let this be a negative. I don't do that. I feel like my way to fight it is to write about it, get it out there and try and flip it into a positive. So that was what I did. I had an album folder that's been bubbling for a long time. Like, the oldest track in the folder is like 6 years old. I've been really trying to get it like nailed down for like 2-3 years now. It's taking me a lot longer to get people involved than wanted to get involved. So I was like, right, that's my focus. Made that my focus, and I've now got like 11 tunes to send out. So yeah, man, I just went hard at it. Was like, blocked it all out. Was like, no, not happening. Get productive, get writing. I did the Drop in the Ocean series and just went at it hard, man. And that was kind of I just pushed it out. I just blocked it out. Was like, nope. Looked out my window, nice little view in London. Didn't really care. I was like, just getting my head down, doing what I love doing and focusing on music. Bang, bang, bang. That was it. It was good. It was actually, I feel quite refreshed from the whole scenario as well, to be honest. It's been a nice little break. Right, so streams and social distance gigs, how are they? I love streams, man. Like, honestly, I do. Like, I know a lot of MCs hate them, but I just like interacting with people. I just treat the camera as if it's a crowd and have a laugh with it and just try and put it out of my mind that it's just a camera, and, you know, talk to people on streams, you know, see them commenting, interact. I love that shit. And mainly the reason I like it is because I can go in on bars, like, relentless. You know, no one can really tell me what to do. Not that happens too much these days anyway, but I can just, you know, laying it down, get as much content out there. The level's always pretty crisp, so people can actually hear what you're saying, which is, you know, not often the case in a dance. So yeah, man, I've really enjoyed them. I love doing them. Obviously at our old yard, you might have seen a few with a good little setup on the go, and obviously I live with John Galaxy and D-Vesh and Spec One. So yeah, we were just hammering them out quite a lot. But the Shogun ones we've done as well have been mad. Like, there was a crazy one we did for Lockdown TV in a little event space in London. I can't remember where it was now, but yeah, it was unreal with like crazy Boomtown inspired lighting. I think the guys did the lighting at Boomtown. That was absolutely unreal. Did one in Shogun office last Friday, which was also sick. So yeah, man, I've been enjoying the streams. The sit down shows, better than nothing, right? Like, for me, I've had a great time doing them. It's been nice to get back on mic, and yeah, I've done quite a few now, to be fair. And yeah, I've been really enjoying them. I think a lot of people have. They've needed it. It's been that kind of space where everyone can reconnect again. It's not the same. I've had to tell a few people to sit down, which is quite depressing, but once I got my head around it, I was like, I need to do that because I want to keep the venues open. So it's interesting, but, you know, it is what it is. Let's make the most of it. Go to the events, support the local community culture, man. They need you. Promoters need you. We need to keep this shit going. Clubs need you. Right. Any tips on how to manage life as a creative without regular shows? I just say, just focus, man, and write. If this is what you love doing, or, you know, whatever creative thing you do that you know, love and you're so passionate about, just put your all into that, man. Like, at the end of the day, we are going to come out of this, and at the other end, if you've got something that you can then be like, bam, like, that's what I'm hoping to do with my album. You know, just so that it wasn't a wasted time. I think that's the main thing for me. Just don't waste the time. Utilize it as best you can. Do what you love, and then push it, and then when the time's right, it'll kick off. Have I always been full-time or had a side job? How do I balance my time? So, for the most of my life as a artist, I had a full-time job. I literally went full-time music last June or July when I lost my job, and as you can see, it's been really terrible timing for that, unfortunately, but it was nice to know that I could have done it, and maybe I'll go back to it in the future. I'm back working again now. I've retrained for Rishi, innit? Like, big up Rishi, man. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to find my new true calling in life. But yeah, obviously I'm taking the piss, but yeah, basically I don't know, man. I've just always managed to balance my time because this is something I love doing. So even when I was working, I just come home and I'd force myself to write. Not all the time, don't get me wrong, but a lot of the time I would. And I did manage to make it work. The job I was at previously was really good at giving me time off. The one I'm at the moment, I think, you know, it's going to be the same. So no complaints on that front. But yeah, it's not easy sometimes. You know, you've got to give yourself the time off, clear the headspace, and then take it from there. But yeah, man, if you want to do something enough, you'll be able to balance the time, no doubt. Where do I think the industry will end up? I love the way that Mike's put, give some hope in brackets here, because that's all you'll get from me. This is gonna be gone, man. I don't care. Like, yeah, it's a peak situation, but they ain't taking our music from us. I do think there's a little slight hidden agenda going on now where they've thought, oh, maybe we can, you know, sell these clubs to a few of our friends or whatnot. Like, I'm not a false conspiracy theorist wanker. I'm just saying that I do think they look for opportunities in these things. It wouldn't surprise me if that was one of them, but they ain't gonna fucking be able to, because we will not allow it to happen. Like, the industry, the culture is so strong. When people come together, like, you really see that. It's so evident. It's the most beautiful thing. That's what drew me here in the first place. And honestly, it's all just gonna be a nightmare that was in the past, and we're gonna move forward. And when we come back, think how blessed it's all gonna be, man. Just keep faith. Like I said, support the promoters, support the clubs as much as you can in this, you know, tough time at the moment. But it's gonna be fine, like, honestly. And I do genuinely believe that. Like, we have to believe that, otherwise what's the point, you know? Like, don't give up hope. Mike was right. Tips for up and coming wordsmiths. So, a bit cliche, but just be yourself. There's no better tip than that. Just do your thing. Take influences from places, fine, but always have your style, your construct, your way of doing things. You know, make it unique, make it different. Speak your mind, speak the truth. Yeah, man, that's kind of it, really. And work hard. Work very hard. And don't expect anything to fall in your lap, because it won't. You know, it takes a long time, especially in D&B. But yeah, just do your thing, man, and keep plugging away, and you know, good things will come. It's about taking risks, man. I'm sure Mike took a massive risk with this project, and like, look how it's paid dividends, because you know, you wanted it, bruv, and I got ratings for you for that. Like, that's the way to be brave. You just got to take risks. Nothing ventured, nothing gained in this life. Like, fact. Be kind, you know. Like, so much to be said for that. Like, why go through life being anything but? Like, we're all fellow humans. We're in this together. You know, my little coined catchphrase, album track. Loads of album plugs in this interview, haven't there been? Apologies. But yeah, like, we're in it together, man. And I think that kind of message and ethos just stands us in good stead as a civilization, let alone a creative industry. So yeah, very poignant message. And create, well, you know, here we are. What better thing is there than creativity? Like, all this shit that's going on at the moment, like, we need it now more than ever, man. And if they try or don't support the arts, it's just going to be such a shame, because, you know, I think creativity is the biggest release that we have as people, as a civilization. And without it, you know, there's definitely not as much of a point living without the creative arts, and you know, seeing the intricacies of someone's mind in a work of art. I think that's like the most beautiful thing that you can witness on this planet, to be honest. Being able to understand it on that level, you know, yeah, words can't really describe what that means to me. So yeah, wicked phrasing that Mike's used for urban creative on that one. But yeah, that's me, Visionobi. Peace and love to all of you. Thank you for watching. Big ups to Mike Tempstuff having me involved. Keep it urban creative, people. Love.